Hello and welcome to Hits in History. Today's song is Midnight Train to Georgia by Gladis Knight and the Pips. Let's go back to October of 1973 when the song spent 2 weeks at the top of the charts in the United States. But first, what else was going on around the world? Well, OPEC decided to raise prices and actually restricted the flow of crude oil, making prices skyrocket 200% that year. Also, the big invention of 1973 was the barcode. When we talk about Gladis Knight, we're talking about a little girl from Atlanta, Georgia. She started off singing when she was 4 years old in the Baptist church. Her parents, of course, did the same thing. They were in a gospel group called Wings Over Jordan. Her mother was always very supportive of her. In fact, she sent little Gladys to a talent show when she was 7 years old, and Gladys won first prize. She sang a song by Nat King Cole called Too Young. Now, of course, you can imagine that growing up, there were lots of birthday parties and celebrations, and so Gladis Knight would get together with her cousins and her brothers and her sisters and begin to sing. And it was at her brother's 10th birthday party where a cousin, James Wood, decided or suggested that they go professional. His nickname was Pip, by the way. And they used his nickname, and of course they became Gladis Knight and the Pips. Later on, her sisters decided to get married. They left the group. There were changes in the group, and they were recording at Motown Records. They were with Motown for 8 years, never quite making the number one. In fact, while they were at Motown, they had 2 number 2 songs. They were looking for a change. They found Buddha Records, a record company, and they changed record companies. They met a guy named Jim Weathersby who was working at Buddha. Jim Weathersby had just written a song called Midnight Plane to Houston. And as Jim always says, it was a song about taking a plane at night to Houston. Of course it was. And it was a country song. And Jim had wanted to present it to Cissy Houston for the country charts in the United States. Cissy Houston, the mother of Whitney Houston, the cousin of Dionne Warwick. Well, Cissy's management said, great, let's take this song. But they wanted a few changes. One change was the title. And so they asked Jim Weathersby if they could change it from Midnight Plane to Houston to Midnight Train to Georgia. Jim said, great, make the change, but don't change anything else. Cissy Houston took it to the top of the charts in the country charts. And then, of course, the song was given to Gladis Knight and the Pips, where they took it to the number 1 spot on the R&B and pop charts in the United States. That's the song today, Midnight Train to Georgia. Thanks for watching.